Hey guys, just a quick video. I'm going to show you my favorite thing that I have in my studio, or the thing I use the most. Okay, so a quick example of that is if I wanted to get to this part of my song and zoom in and make edits, I can really quickly turn this knob. I can push it in, get straight to there, and then I can just go whoop, zoom in, I'll zoom right in on the bar, and then I can go exactly where I want to be. Probably almost the cheapest thing I have in this whole studio. It's got 3 knobs on it, and it's got 9 different keys. I have used my brother's 3D printer to print out keys with words on them of what they do, and you can program this to control your DAW. It is so practical. Okay, so I use Logic Pro as my DAW, and what I like to do is I have this Arturia keyboard, and it's got a few DAW controls on it, which is really handy. And that knob on there, when you turn it, it moves the playhead, and I really like that. It's really easy to quickly skip through your project and find out where you are. But on my keyboard, and even my mouse, I've got one of these side-scrolling wheels, but it scrolls I can probably change it, but it scrolls the actual window, which is handy too. So I found this guy on Amazon, and this is just a programmable keyboard thing, and I think these are originally supposed to be used for multimedia, like your volume of your computer and things like that. And so what I've done is I have programmed each of the keys to do a different thing. So the big wheel is the main one. It sort of fits in with my keyboard there. The big wheel does the scrolling, which is fantastic. If I push and turn, it scrolls much further. Easy as. And then I've also got these two are super handy. These 2 knobs. The top one adjusts the height, and the bottom one adjusts the width. So in a few seconds, if I want to jump to somewhere in my project, I can scroll across, I can turn that knob, and I can zoom, and I can fully skip to any place in the project. Okay, so a quick example of that is if I wanted to get to this part of my song and zoom in and make edits, I can really quickly turn this knob, I can push it in, get straight to there, and then I can just go whoop, zoom in, I'll zoom right in on the bar, and then I can go exactly where I want to be, which is just super handy. Using these wheels, it's fantastic. Cursor, zoom that way, zoom that way. They are also tactile, so like you can program them so when you press the knobs, I've got instant zoom on each of them. And then from then on, I have then programmed all these other buttons. So I like this unit as a little recording unit. So when I'm recording, I just want to say I have 2 Stream Decks. This is much more practical than the Stream Deck, I find, because this just does keyboard commands, and that's just the stuff you want to do really quick in Logic. These are amazing, and I know that Logitech has brought out something that kind of looks like this, which has like a knob, and then it's got some like Stream Deck buttons on it, but it probably costs a lot more, and this is just so easy to use. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick example of this guy. So the reason I have it set up the way it is, I've got scroll, play, pause, play, stop. Save is there, so I can just keep hitting save all the time. Solo, mixer, brings up the mixer. I've got red is record, and this one is retake. I'll color select. Fantastic. One tap. Brings up the color wheel. Oh my god. So freaking good. These are all commands that your keyboard can do, but just having them as dedicated buttons, I don't know, it just makes my life so easy. Okay, so the reason I've got this set up the way it is, it's kind of like a little recording controller. So you know when you're recording and you kind of go press R and then space to go and then do that, it's just on here. So whenever you want to record, you just tap the red button. It always arms the recording like that. And then you probably need to arm a microphone. Okay, so you've got mixer. You can bring up the mixer with one tap. Solo. save, of course, and I hit record, ding, it starts recording. And then if I muck up the take, I've got a button here that's called retake. So if I singing, oh, that's shit, I press retake, bang, it just goes straight back to the same spot and it's ready to hit record again. So record again, retake, record again, retake, record again, or, you know, so you can keep doing your takes. One of the most handy ones I use all the time is the color select. Obviously, it just brings up the color wheel with one tap, and it's just right there, which is the same. I think it's like, is it? I don't know. They're the key on the keyboard that is that. I just don't know which one it is, but super handy. Cycle, save, and then I think I've got the Twitch key. I've just got as bounce. Bounce the project. Ding. When I'm ready to go, just hit that key, and that's done. Yeah, that's my little layout for this thing. This thing is fantastic. One other thing you can do with it too, which is great, it has a little button on the back, and if you press it, whoop, by default, it starts off non-illuminated, but you have 3 different colors. So that's actually my Logic color. So it does illuminate, which is quite cool. That's actually my Logic color. And then when you press the button, you can pick the color. The LED shows which mapping it is. So I've actually got this now, all these buttons, see that doesn't work anymore. Now these buttons are actually for DaVinci Resolve, and they're different, they do different keys now. So you can have 3 pages of key commands, but it's just a bit confusing because obviously I've labeled these. So once you change it, these now don't make sense. I just use this mainly for Logic. That's why it's good. I guess the Logitech whatever the new fancy ones they do with the Stream Deck kind of keys, they could change when you press the button. But it's handy. You could just have 3 different modes, but that is my Logic mode. And it is honestly fantastic. It is like, I use this thing the most out of anything on my desk. Just working with a DAW, you just set up the actual commands you want to use the most. Thank you for watching, guys. If you want to know more about anything I have in my studio or any tips, I just thought I'd chuck that one up. This thing has been so good and it's cost like nothing. So I would just recommend. I'm sure other people use this. Surely I'm not the first person to start using a little controller. It mainly just for that big knob. So you can just super easily just skim through your project. I just think that is so handy and nice. When I want to play the chorus again, I just go whoop and then just hit play. Yeah, beautiful. Guys, I'm just editing this video. I'm sorry it's so badly cut. I just don't have time. But I just want to say, in order to program this, it comes with this program, which is called Mini Keyboard, and it comes with like a little QR code in the packet when you buy it, and it's only available on PC. So what you've got to do is you've got to plug this in to a PC, which I've got now, and then you can click on any of these, like number 1, and then you can put in any key commands. So these are the Logic key commands that I have. So if you would like to copy this, just pause the video and copy, but this is for this mapping that I have on here. So I'm going to go down to the mapping. That's what I have. And then this is the Mac keyboard commands that make those commands. You can set this up for anything else. You've also got up here, you've got layer. So I've got layer 2, and I've got some different commands on that because I use that for DaVinci Resolve when I'm using this. I can also plug this into my PC and I can use it to edit videos with it, but I mainly just use layer 1. And so what you do, it's super easy. You just click on what you want. That's the push into press, and then that's like left and right. And then you click on what you want, and then I'm not going to change it, but you click on any possible key command, and you can do that. And you can also change like the colors and a few other things like that too. And then you click download, and it copies it on to this. And then once that's set up, you can unplug it from your PC, like so, and you can plug it into your Mac just with the USB. I think there is a version of this that has Bluetooth. I don't think this is a Bluetooth one. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't actually know. But I just hardwire it in because it's fine. But I think there's a wireless one too. But yeah. Video, guys, I hope that helps. I know this is a really badly edited video, but I just think it's super handy and someone might find this useful. Okay, cheers, bye.